Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And especially Tracy. Let me give you a little backdrop before I start the evaluation. I say we, Yolanda and I got an email from Tracy a few days ago informing us of this project that she's working on through the CDC, which is the speech, has to do with the speech that she just gave. So I had some insight that you all don't have, or you don't have. So let's get right into the evaluation. And I'd like to say first, Tracy, this was an absolutely powerful, powerful speech. And it's also something that we all need to know about. We all hear about opiates, the opiate crisis, but until we heard today, I would assume that most of you feel the same way that I do, we had no idea of the extent of the crisis and just what is going on behind the scenes. So getting right into the speech, Tracy, you had a very good greeting. It was projected, as you always do when you speak to our group. You gave 3 stories, and you said, I want to give you a visual. Powerful word, very effective use of the term. And you gave 3 examples that we could all relate to about opiate overdosing. You gave us the background on naloxone and why it's important that we have it in our home. It sounds to me like naloxone is almost important as having aspirin or Tylenol in the cabinet, because you could find yourself in an overdose situation and not know it. Tangentially speaking, I had this operation with a torn rotator cuff about a couple of years ago. I didn't know I was taking an opiate. No one told me. But I guess the information was in the little bag that you get with your prescription drug and you don't read it. So it's important that we have this naloxone in our cabinet at home, a medicine cabinet. I failed to mention that we were going to talk about the positives and certainly some things that we could improve and some suggestions. I thought the slides you used were extremely good and they were well presented. The issue that I had, and I think that we all had with the slides, was that it was difficult to discern some of the things that were information that was on the slide. But that was not a Tracy issue. I think we're still struggling with the new equipment and how best to use it. I believe that problem goes away when we can project it on the wall. I just don't think that screen is the best thing to use. I was not clear on the naloxone use in terms of nasal and injection. You did clarify that later in the speech. I thought that some comments from the audience, you showed great enthusiasm, great explanation of the opiate crisis, very smooth, very decisive. But one of the overwhelming comments from the audience was, slow down. You had 8 to 10 minutes. Ask for more time so you can slow the speech down. Either ask for more time or make the information more concise, one or the other. I would also give just a little more information about how your training session is involved and its composition, working with fire departments and police departments that Yolanda and I know about, but the audience didn't know about. So when you're giving the speech, make sure that you give enough information so the audience really has an impact, a full feel for what you're doing. Other than that, fantastic speech. Slow it down, well presented.